guys, it's Melinda from melindaz.com, and welcome to day 2 of our 4-day exploration into forgiveness. If you're just joining us, then please, I urge you to stop this video, go to melindaz.com and find yesterday's video, number 14, which was an overview on forgiveness. It's only about 5 minutes, and then once you've caught up, come back and join us, because today we are talking about forgiving others. So the first thing to know is that forgiving others is actually an essential part of our own growth. It could be our spiritual growth, our intellectual growth, or just general evolution down the path of life. Because holding on to negativity and resentment and pain is just more luggage. It's just more baggage to drag us down. And it occupies space in our heads. It takes away positive energies that could be attracting good things into our life. And it just clogs up the pipes. So we really just want to get rid of it and find the peace that we can attain when we learn how to forgive others. So the first thing we should do is just move on. Sounds easy, right? I know it's not, but let's think about it. The past is the past, and it cannot be changed. We can't go back and take away what happened to create these feelings. So instead, just let it go, live in the moment, and accept what's happening right now as your reality, right? Next, we can just reconnect with ourselves. I have my personal practices and my rituals. You might go for a run to burn off some steam, whatever it is. Just finding a way to center ourselves, to ground ourselves, to remind ourselves of what it is that we need, that we want, that what our principles are, and reset those boundaries that we worked so hard to build last week in the boundary series. You know, all of that makes it easier for us to be strong and to then just let go of everything else. Don't go to sleep angry. This is an old adage. It's so cliched, but it's true. And in this sense, you know, the end of the day is a great time to release anything that builds up during the day. One of the easiest ways to do that is some positive affirmations that can just permeate our subliminal mind and our subconscious as we're sleeping. Just simple statements like, I am peaceful, I am calm, I am content, I show love, I attract like-minded people into my life. Little things like that can reprogram our brains while we sleep, and then we can wake up fresh, starting fresh. It's all a good thing, clean slates. Stop blaming others and start looking inward. It's okay to feel what you're feeling. It's not right, it's not wrong. It's how you feel. But we do need to take responsibility for those reactions to someone else. Take ownership, take power of it. Because if you have power over yourself, then that means that someone else does not hold that power over you. And therefore, it's easier to forgive and it's easier to let go because you're coming from a place of strength. Don't try to change others. It doesn't work. I'm not going to say anything else on that. Just don't do it. Admit that you might be wrong. Stubbornness is a trait that a lot of us have, and it will make you want to be right. But you need to admit you might be wrong. We don't know everything. No one does. So listen to others. Take in their point of view. You don't have to accept it, but you can listen. You can consider it. You can learn from it. It's not a sign of weakness. In fact, strong, wise leaders always have something else to learn, and chances are they surround themselves with people from whom they can learn. So you'll also notice that if you soften up on that a little bit, then other people are going to soften up toward you, and it'll change some dynamics in your relationships for the better. Take responsibility for your part. Let's be honest. There's a conflict of some sort, and you are not there by accident. How did you get there? It's not someone else's fault that you're there. There's some responsibility that you hold. So be honest with yourself. Find your place and face it head on. And then try to avoid it in the future. It's about letting go. It's not about blaming. So those resentments, let's just let go of them, right? Resentments don't come from somebody else. They come from our own unwillingness to let go. So once we can feel our feelings and once we can get it out of our system, then we can have the calm, like the calm after the storm, right? Be loving instead of right. So we already determined that we're not right. trying to be right can ultimately destroy you. Who's there to prove? No one's giving you a medal or $1 million. So approach every conflict instead with love and kindness. Agree to disagree or just walk away. Let the other person be right. Remember, it doesn't matter. So just let it go. Practice giving. So if somebody wrongs you, if somebody hurts you, the best way to practice forgiveness here is to do something kind, do something loving for another person, maybe even that person who hurt you. That's going to make you feel good, give you all sorts of karmic points with the universe. Stop looking for occasions to fight. Stop looking for people to blame. We do that nowadays. We want to point the finger at everybody else but ourselves. So break the habit of looking for conflict and instead look for happiness. Look for love and peace. It's such a better thing to find. Refrain from judging others because criticism is subjective. It's our opinion. And remember, we could be wrong, right? So it's not worth the time to judge someone else. Just let it go. I know I've said that a lot today, but I mean it. And then finally, just approach things with love. Send love to other people. There are going to be times that you forget all of this. You will explode with anger. You will yell. You will threaten others. You will hold them hostage to their past and dredge up all sorts of criticism and judgment, and you will forget that the present even exists. You will become uncentered. You will cyclone out of control like that hurricane, but then there will be a moment that you become aware that all of this is happening. And when you do become present, stop. Do you remember the STAR method from back video number 3? We talked about negative self-talk and I mentioned the STAR method that I came up with. So this is another version of it. STAR. Stop. Take a breath. Ask yourself, is this what I want? Is this right? Is this real? Is this true? Respond with love. Apologize. Don't justify. Take responsibility. Reset your course and then just let it go. I know you can do that. So tomorrow we're going to talk about forgiving ourselves. I look forward to seeing you then. Bye.